And Devan's going to help us out in the kitchen right now as well with a stuffed chicken recipe, but you can say it better.
So
Tell them what it is.
So it's a brie and basil stuffed chicken breast with a blueberry balsamic glaze.
So much better than what I just said.
I know, I'm giving away all my best recipes today. It's a dish that I created when I was on tour with the Dairy Farmers of Canada, and it's really easy to do, okay?
Okay.
I didn't want to get chicken hands, so I just thought I'd stuff it ahead of time, but if you follow the recipe on cityline.ca, it'll tell you exactly how to stuff the chicken.
Okay.
But I didn't want to be like chicken hands that people are like, why is he touching stuff?
Oh,
chicken? You know what
I get it, yeah.
So I make a very neat incision, not all the way through the chicken breast, and I just pack in some brie and some basil. I just tie it up with a little bit of string that you can get anywhere.
Okay.
And then what we're gonna do is, I almost forgot, okay? We're just gonna season this quickly with a little bit of salt and pepper.
Like, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. Just, you know, stuff the chicken. I mean, come on. How hard could that be?
Exactly. It's not too hard.
It's not too hard.
I promise. And there's there's like 3 or 4 different ways you can stuff the chicken. You can actually take a thin knife and a boning knife and actually penetrate the breast this way.
Okay.
Or you can slice it kind of in half and truss it back. There's many different ways. So whatever works for you at home is good.
All right.
The kicker with this dish though is the blueberry balsamic glaze, okay?
Yeah.
So we're gonna start in a pan.
I like the teeny tiny little pans, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like Frank's miniatures for the garden stuff. Like, look at this little pan.
You can take it home.
A little bit.
I love cooking for 2, 3, 4, 5 people because I'm so used to cooking for 50 to 100, 150. So I love small stuff and I like keeping it tight.
Oh, that makes sense.
So onions are in here.
Okay.
What we can do is you just start adding stuff and like, you know, kids into the pool. So we're gonna add in the blueberries here.
All right.
Maple syrup.
Yeah.
Also, from Paige's segment, remember those maple balls?
Yes.
Kids in the pool, okay? Throw it in there. We can add in some garlic, right? If you don't want to,
That smells good, Devan.
If you don't want to break it up, just kind of crack the garlic and throw it in there. You'll pick it out after.
Okay.
Or if you're like me, you're just gonna leave it in there and forget about it, okay?
Yeah, I would just leave it in there.
And then we're gonna add in some balsamic vinegar. And this sauce is really delicious. It's really good with the chicken breast, but also it's good for pancakes if you want to go the sweet route.
Oh, yeah.
But with the garlic and the onion, I'm kind of making it savory as well. Some green onion as well, right? Just to play off that savory note. The chicken breast, there's a little bit of butter in this pan. How you get this deep brown color is by cooking it with butter. Now, if you don't want to cook it with butter, then don't make the recipe. Okay? No, I'm just kidding. If you don't want to use butter, that's fine. You can use, don't make the recipe. Okay? So you want a beautiful, nice golden texture.
No substitutions.
It's really important when you plate this, you can plate it with whatever veggies you like.
Okay.
You know colors, I like colors, so I have red and green and the deep, rich blueberry. So there's different ways you can plate it, but I like putting it on like a bed of just like a dirty rice. Yeah. I garnish with fresh blueberries as well, so you can see, hey, there's blueberries in this dish. Yeah. And then you cut it face side on a bias, so you can see the cheese and the basil oozing out of it. This is like a game changer of a dish. Like, this is definitely another date night. Like when you have the first date with the beef short ribs, the next date, and then the third date's marriage, pretty much.
Pretty much.
That's what you're gonna end up doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, this is looking amazing. Now, in real life, if we were not on television, how long would we need to have the chicken in the pan
Excellent question. Before you do this, preheat your oven. You're gonna pan sear it. This goes into the oven for 2 to 3 minutes aside. Oven 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the size of the chicken breast.
Okay, cityline.ca for that good stuff.